I'm at a very massive Motte and Bailey castle at a place called Great Canfield, which is in Essex, I believe. Just spoke to a very nice farmer, the owner, gave me permission to come and have a look around. This is the Bailey. Obviously it's overgrown, but we're just at the end of January, so it's still there's no nettle. Well, there are some nettles, but they're not they're not sort of too heavily overgrown. This is the perfect sort of time to come and visit these places. Yeah, this is the outer Bailey. Just in front of us is the motte, which is absolutely massive. And just behind it is the church. As you can see, it's got a wet moat. I can get across to the moat, apparently. Across the moat. As you can see, we're still in the Bailey here. Which stretches all the way around here, so it is quite a large site. Oh, somebody walking their dog over there. There is a footpath that goes round the outside if you don't manage to see the farmer like I did. We are in a flat landscape round here, but there is obviously a wet moat there. You can see how tall the motte is. There are several Motte and Baileys around here. Chipping Ongar, Pleshy, Great Eastern I think's one, and Stebbing. So there are quite a few. As you can see, this is a very large outer Bailey here, stretching all the way around there. We'll go and have a wander up to the motte. Well, that was a bit of a climb to the top. There's the church, not far from here. Possibly built at the same time. And you can see how high up we are. It does look like I'm going straight into the sun here. It's still heavily overgrown, but you can see how far around we can see. The motte seems to have a slight, around one side of it, or round it, slight terrace, and then it goes up again. And as this is a flat landscape, and there probably wouldn't have been some of these trees. Obviously not on the motte itself. There's the outer Bailey, which stretches all the way around there. If you check out LiDAR, this place does have a massive footprint. Even all these nettles have died back because of the time of year. You can still see that there's plenty of them about. This side of it is a lot more clear. That's the outer part of the Bailey round there. I think the Bailey is to the south, slightly southwest of the motte. And this is still the motte here. You can see how far it goes down to the bottom. For something that's built in the 1040s, 1050s, There would have been some subsidence during that time, which you can obviously see. Apparently the owner says there are lots of badgers that are digging holes and so on. You can just see the church poking through the trees there. I mean, it looks like it's got various bits of sort of terracing, but it's not. I think that's just subsidence over the years, sadly. You can see the church is built out of, looks like flint, which is a common building material. It's very slippy. This is a wonderful castle to come and visit. Wonderful motte and bailey, absolutely massive. Obviously don't trespass. Pop and see the farmer if you can. Michael, or his wife. He seems a very he's a very nice gentleman. He's very happy for me to come over and have a look. Other people have popped along and had a look, apparently. Oop. Probably going to walk down to the bottom here and have a look. Winter time would be the best time to come and have a look at it. You're not going to have leaves on the trees. It's not going to be covered in brambles and so on. That's where the bailey starts, just there through the trees. You can see the wet moat around it. There is a little stream, I think it's over that side, that runs along, which is obviously where it gets its water from. But it is well worth a visit if you can get out here and have a look. I think I'll take some photos from the churchyard. Great Canfield. Oh, it's also not far from here is Clavering Castle. Clavering Castle was a pre-Norman invasion castle, one of about 4 castles. It was an earlier Anglo-Saxon site, and it's also called Robert's Castle sometimes. Some people have also speculated that this might have been the castle that was known as Robert's Castle, although it was probably built over 100 years later. Although there's no suggestion that this was a pre-Norman castle, or a pre-invasion castle I should say, not pre-Norman castle. I'll probably put that in the description of when I put the photos on about this place. But a very interesting place. This is at the bottom of the moat at Great Canfield. You can just see the sheer size of it. How impressive it was. This is the footpath that goes around the outside. This is the bailey. Lots of flint in the ground here. Something they would have been using as the building material for a lot of things around here. See, this is sheer size and scale of the outer bailey there. We're in a flat landscape here, slightly in a valley. You can imagine how this would have been standing out in the landscape. I don't think there's any anything major around here, like a major village or something, but I'll have to have a look at that when I do a little write-up in the thingy for the video. This is the Outer Bailey there, completely covered in water on a wet moat. That would have been a lot steeper. I think I'll end the video there for this one. One last bit of the video. There's the church at Great Canfield. It's about the same age as the castle, or approximately, I believe. Wooden spire at the top there. And that's the castle there with the motte. It is private property, private land. Please be respectful. I just spoke to the people in the farm over there. They're very happy if people want to have a pop round and have a look, but you really need to ask before you do. But yeah, that's Great Canfield.